Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Darksiders. In the last episode, we guided the first of 3 giant laser beams in the Black Throne back here to Azrael's prison. This episode we'll be using our Voidwalker to continue guiding beams down. So, we've got this area here, and so the first thing we need to do is we need to obviously get all the way up to the top, where the next beam will be found, and then bring it back down again. So time for a very slow lift. Speeder please. Or maybe not speeder, because it just throws enemies in this time, just to kind of keep you entertained, I guess. Possibly I should have put the speeder on for the enemies. I think I nearly got trapped in the wall there. That would have been very embarrassing. I should probably reap these guys just to get a few extra souls. Not that souls can really be used for much. I've pretty much bought everything at this point. So actually much I've not bought. I suppose higher level wrath powers. No harm in that. I'm actually not sure if you can leave this place and go back at any time. You can, obviously you can get back to the, not necessarily obviously, but you can get back to the normal world after this, but I don't know if you can return to that portal or like if you can access Vulgrim at all until you've proceeded through this dungeon, so who knows. Let's just juggle these guys. This is always a fun trick to pull. As long as no one interrupts you can just do this unlimitedly. Once you've killed all these dudes, we still need to wait until we climb all the way to the top. The Harvester does look very cool though, I will admit. They're like gargoyles on the side of it and shit. It's like a frog gargoyle or something. That's very cool. I like it. Anyway, open please. And now, we enter a very interesting room. This room can potentially give you a lot of shit. There's a couple of Duskwings around. Can I be asked to put Mercy on? Oh, fuck it, I'll put Mercy on briefly. It is slightly annoying that you have to change these this way. Because there's only 6 items of gear in the entire game, but it's annoying that you need to, at this point you need to use 4 at a time, really. I would say at this point, so you've got this kind of bridge, it's forming a very specific path around the room. And you'll see what that is in a second. It kind of curves around there, and then it'll go there, and then it'll stop. And then it'll start again in front of me, so it'll go here, and then it'll go to the left. Into this platform, it has some holes in it just to keep you on your toes, and then, ow. Then it will circle around that central platform once, and then into it, and then that's its rhythm that it does. Ugh. I'm going to kill these Duskwings. So, the path of the pillar is of the bridge is important. I've missed it here. So basically what I need to do here is put a portal there, put a portal on the far surface, and then you'll notice, oops, put a portal on the far surface, there we go. What we need to do is wait, so it'll come around there, and then connect to the middle, and then at that point, we jump through into the portal. Unfortunately, the bridge isn't here, so let's wait for it to appear. And then obviously we follow this along, just kind of as I said. This room can potentially give you a lot of shit, because it's one of those ones where there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's not necessarily obvious kind of like what you need to do. Let's hop through here. Now we can just proceed through there, but you will notice there's a portal there. So if we hop through that, it spits us out here, and we get, yes, there are still goodies to be found here, we get a Wrath Shard. Let's hit the switch. And this opens up this little gate, which brings us back here. So now we need to do everything we just did again. We need to place a portal there, and then another one up there. Come on, there we go. And then get round to it. So, right. Now, I don't know how many of my viewers, I will assume many of my viewers have either played Portal or seen my Portal Let's Play. Because, as I say, this is basically the Portal gun, except it's got a twist. Slap a portal on there, and slap a portal here. And you get an extremely confusing camera angle. So that's when those 2 rotating things come together, then they come apart. And here is where you can break the rules that Portal establishes. As in, the game Portal. In this, you can shoot portals through a portal. If I place one here, we then moved the blue portal from the near of the 2 rotating things to the further one, and can hop through it there. Did that make sense? I hope so. basically, if you throw a portal through a portal you're looking at, it places whichever portal you're due to place there. And because you always alternate placing blue, red, it'll place whichever one you're supposed to place. Anyway, let's fire up a little bit of Affliction. Holy shit, that's powerful. I didn't have to do any fighting there at all. Affliction just did it all for me. I do love Affliction sometimes. Oh, I hear a Wraith. Right, I'll fight these with the speeder on then. Good lord, that Wraith did a lot of damage to me. Fortunately, they give you 2 green chests here, so they clearly wanted to heal. Also, everything's not gone away, so there must be an enemy somewhere I've missed. Oh, there's another Minotaur. Hello. Have I got... Ow! Oh. I don't know really what I thought was going to happen when I used the Abyssal Chain on him there. It pulled me towards him in a surprising attempt, in a surprising turn of events, and he hit me. Well, at least we can kill him fairly straightforwardly there. So, I believe there's also, is there a Wrath chest round to the side here? Yeah, I'm going to hang off on that for now, actually. And head through here. So, this room is real confusing. So, Beholder's Key up there. That's the real kind of long-term goal here. Beholder's Door, even. And, indeed, there is a chest up across us. Let's grab it. So we get the Beholder's Key, but we also get the goddamn floor falling away, so... Ooh, little bastards. So, let's kill everything here. I am really coming to love Affliction. In previous Let's Play, playthroughs, I've never really used it a great deal. Because you unlock it, what is it, by beating Silither? Not Silither, the Griever, you get access to it, so it's, by that point I'm kind of like, I'd rather buy Enhanced Blade Geyser, or Stone Skin and stuff like that. And I think in the past I've just focused on leveling up Blade Geyser. Affliction is much more powerful than Blade Geyser, but by that point I'm like, I've got level 3 Blade Geyser or something normally. Why would I want Affliction? But it is much handier, because you can just keep doing shit while it's on. Anyway, a rather complex puzzle has just appeared. Well, potentially rather complex. It's at least a bit intimidating. You got 3 of these things on spooky chains, and it's all about weights at this point, because you've got these 2 very large and heavy weights. You've got portals here, you've got portals on there. And it's all about kind of weighting these correctly. So, grab your Void Walker, and let's begin. First thing you want to do is place a portal on your lowest platform. You then slap one there, and you want to move this brick so that it's weighing down your lowest platform. So that drops it down there. On the way down, dismiss that portal, and dismiss that portal. So what was the advantage of that? What we now want to do is move this portal, and we can do it quite nicely. What we want to do is put a portal underneath it, and then we put another one on top of the highest platform. That transfers that block to the highest platform, which causes this one to rise very quickly. Whilst doing that, we quickly hop on top of this. Well, actually we can do that in one move. We can just place that there, and it doesn't activate yet. Hop on top of this, and then switch the block over. And there we go. Now on your way up, shoot a portal onto the roof of the middle platform. Take my word for it. This is, as I say, potentially a very complicated one. We now throw a final portal to take the block off there, onto the middle platform, and then quickly hop onto this roof. Are you with me? Throw that... What the heck? Throw the portal down there. I said throw a portal down there. Come on. There we go. Hop onto this. There we go. The end result of that is we're on top of the highest platform and rising. It's not an easy one to follow, that one. In reality, most people solve that puzzle by doing a lot of trial and error and playing around. It looks much more complicated when you see it done as just like a single continuous playthrough like that. Basically, it's all about moving the block around, because as I say, you've got portals on the bottom and on the inner top surface of each of those, so you can play around that way. But that's quite cool for now. Let's open the door. So, we have a shadow current here. Oh, there's also healing and wrath healing there, but I don't really particularly need either of them. As you can see, there's a fair few chests on the map here. And this is ironic, but there's a fair few chests on the map, because if we smash through this thing, there's a chest containing the Horde Seeker, which tells us where chests are, except we've got Fury's Embrace now, so that is completely pointless, but still fun, I suppose. We need to slap a portal down there. And then, what the fuck do we do now? Oh, yes, I remember. It's been a while. If we come down here, there's another portal pad up there that we can see. Slap your portal up there. Obviously, the icon has to be all spinny and spooky, otherwise it won't let you place a portal. But it'll just place it anywhere on the pad. Really, it doesn't place it that precisely. Oh, nearly fell off. But not doing so, we can hop up here and grab. It's not been a while since we grabbed one of these. A Lifestone Shard. We're actually working towards our final lifestone of the game. Well, we get one more lifestone from beating the boss of this dungeon, but then our final, like, shard-made one. So there's only 3 more lifestone shards in the game, so there's also only 3 more wrath shards in the game, I believe. Can I check this actually anywhere, like how many there are total? No, but you can see from the visualizer on the top left how much space there's actually going to be for extra skulls and extra wrath units. So, also only 2 more sets of abyssal armor to go. Both are pretty nice. Right. Now what we want to do is... I'll leave that portal there and kind of ignore it. Actually, I want to specifically do something with that portal. I want to replace that portal in the charge fashion. And place a normal portal there, and do a nice charged shadow flight up there. Wonderful! And we can grab this blue chest up here. Now I believe we can just use the shadow current to fly back over. And there we go. We are now... Well, we've got a brief lift section. Speed up, please. Recognize this guy from last episode? So this is our second Tower Guardian. He fights the same as the other Tower Guardians. We can't exactly, because as you see, there's grates covering these portal things. We need to stand on them, and we aren't powerful enough to destroy them. Only he is. Wait for it, whoop! There you go, hop out of the way at the last moment. His attack takes a while to charge, and as you can see, he gets stuck after it for a good 10 seconds, so it's going to take a while. But only his attack is powerful enough to break the grate. You can only place 1 portal per portal panel here, so you need to smash at least 2 of them open in order to have any reasonable chance of fighting him. Boy, he really gets stuck for a while, doesn't he? Anyway, if we lure him over here... These are weird, these Tower Guardians, because they're quite easy to dodge all their attacks and stay away from them. But... Oh, he's not doing... Don't do the spinny thing! Don't do the spinamajig! Oh, as you can see, wow, yeah. When their attacks do hit, they fucking hurt. But also dodging them is relatively easy. Stop doing spinamajig! Right, come on. Try again. Hit me properly. There we go. 3, 2, 1, dodge! Great. Now we've actually got 2 portal things ready, so let's place one there. Let's place a charged one there. I should have done this the other way around, but hey. Oh, ow. Well, that didn't work, did it? Back in we go. Let's fuck off. There we go. Right. Hopefully I can... Nope, not enough momentum to glide over. Let's try again from here. Nope! Back through the portal. Out of here. This is looking real weird. Oh, nope, not close enough to him. Right. So, let's pull that one back, and let's throw that one down as a charged one as well. Now they're both charged, so at least makes maneuvering around a fair bit easier. This is going to hurt me. Oh, there we go. Now the fight proceeds exactly the same as it otherwise did, so speed it please. Yeah, those Tower Guardians are another one of the reasons this dungeon reminds me of Sanctuary Fortress in Metroid Prime 2. So, now we're back on beam guiding mode. So, throw a void up there, and hit down the lift. The beam doesn't come down with us, but it is going into a portal on that end, so that means I can work with it down here. You'll notice this time, there's mirrors around. When I throw a void here, it echoes around the place like a mad idiot. There is a green chest here, which I probably need because I did take a few hits from that dude. Now, we need to get the beam from that's where it's stopping at the moment, and it needs to get into there. So we need to bring up the cross blade to hit some crystals. If you hit this crystal here, it'll raise that mirror, and the beam will hit it. And then if you hit that crystal there, it'll lower that mirror, so the beam will hit it, and that mirror there as well will also be lowered. So, or do we just need to hit that one? Nope, so we do need to actually hit all of them. I could have lined this up all in one, but I didn't. There you go. So, that now stores the beam inside your little energizer thing, and let's head down with it. Now, this is a bloody nightmare. Place a beam there. Wow, you can re-void that from basically anywhere here, so you don't need to worry about that too much. Grab that. And now, you'll see what it's about here is, so you need to get this to here, and each of these platforms has a mirror on the bottom of it, and it's all about kind of reflecting that the beam around out of those, which is problematic. So I'm going to ignore that for now, actually, so kind of completely ignore the beam, if you can. So come up there and, oh, this is the wrong bloody side, I need to take my portal down, basically, because I need my portals all here. I'm going to remove that. Where did that block go? Oh, the block's back. Good, wonderful. Basically, I just wanted to reset this back to its kind of normal position. So, ignoring everything to do with the laser for now, what we need to do is place a... I want to completely disconnect that portal so it's not a problem. You want to place a block on the highest one, which is there. And then, while that's equilibrating, you also want to place one, not there, that's a lie. You want to place one on the lowest block. So what we have now is, when we line it up, the beam will come out of there, hit that mirror, and go straight up there. The reason we had to lower that one is because otherwise that's physically in the way. Slap your void. Actually, where are my things at the moment? I want to make sure I don't accidentally eviscerate anything. Can I take that one away from there? Nope. Well, let's hope for the best. Slap that up there. And slap your other one there. Dicks. Is it that one then? There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. Oh, had a moment there when I was like, oh, I've completely forgotten what I'm supposed to do. And that's always really bad where I'm just like, as you may be able to tell, I don't like floundering in Let's Plays where I'm just like, I'm lost, which is problematic. Now this bit's relatively straightforward. So, we void on there, and then we void again on here. Kind of ignore everything to do with the crystal for now. I put that in a really unhelpful position. Well, what we want to do here is, like last time, place your void through there. Wow, wait for the things to line up nicely. Place your void onto the second block, there. And then place it back on there. So there, we've got one on each side of the two rotating blocks, so they will, as you can see, kind of like when they come together, the beam can just pass in completely through them, which is nice. I don't know how much this stuff is easy to follow, because kind of I know what I'm doing and it's a little bit unhelpful. I want to dismiss that one now, actually. I was thinking I could jump through that, but I can't, so I can slap the other one here. And then when we're ready on the other side... There we go. Hop through, and your beam is nicely in that door and waiting for you. And now this gets hard. When I say hard, I don't mean like mentally challenging, and this kind of is. But even when you know what you're doing here, this bit is physically difficult. You have got a short amount of time to do something very challenging. Grab your blue souls there, and now we need to basically head over to the left side there. So I'm going to wait for the bridge. Where's the bridge at the moment? Our bridge is there, so it'll hop down here. So we want to place a void there. And I haven't placed another one anywhere, so I'm going to die. Cool. I'm a complete idiot. So, to avoid what just happened to me, so you want to place a void there. And to avoid what just happened to me is exactly why they now give you these abyssal chain points so you can cross without having to use the spooky bridge at all. And he fucking dies anyway. What an idiot. Right, finally across on this side. That was still very close. Void onto there. Void onto the central pillar. Great. Now, what you need to do is raise all three of these mirrors at the same time. Basically, so, long-term goal is we need the beam coming out of there. Then it'll go through there. The beam as it is, if it hits all three of those mirrors, it'll reflect to over there. So we need to raise all three of these mirrors, and then change the portal, the red portal, to go onto there, and then it'll all deflect through. We need that portal where it is at the moment for a very specific reason. And this is basically hideous. There's no easy way of doing this at all. I will demonstrate what I found to be the best way for it. But this is, I have no idea whether this is an optimal way of doing it or not. But as I say, I use that void in the middle. So, follow the bridge all the way around. The bridge basically ends at where that portal is, and we take advantage of that. That we basically will run around here, then we'll hit the switch that's close, the crystal that's closest to that portal, because that's out of the range of our crossblade normally, hop through the portal and hit the other two with the crossblade. So, we hit this one to raise it. Whew, that was dangerous. Hop through the portal. Then, from here, we can then target that one with the crossblade, and that one with the crossblade. And that raises all three up. We then need to throw a void up there. Void up there. Oh, balls, we missed it. You see how fast you've got to be on that. It's awful. Alright, let's slap that there. Is that still connected to here? Yep, wonderful. I actually want to make sure those are properly lined up. I think I was a bit inefficient on throwing the crossblade, that's it. And that was enough to balls me. So, let's try that again. Oh, there we go. You've got a margin to get that right, at least by my tactic. As you can see, they're already reflecting now, they're out of the way. You've got a margin of about a second to fuck up in that. And then, like, if you don't, from when you hit the third thing with the crossblade, you've got to get the Voidwalker in straight away. I don't know if I'm doing that wrong. I think that is just how you're supposed to do it, and it is just really fucking difficult. But in fairness, it's the final dungeon, and it's a cool mechanic. Like, I cannot praise the Voidwalker mechanic enough. Even though it is obviously just taken from Portal, it's really cool to see how they use it. And it works really well, I think. And we're not done with it yet. Don't worry, though we are getting towards the end of this episode. Fortunately, this lift is much faster on the descent than it is on the ascent, and is also less full of bastardry when we get to the bottom. The beam transfers, and we can now head back into Azrael's chamber. Now, we obviously now have to get the beam down to the bottom, which is a bit of a challenge in its own way. Down here, you got a bomb plant. And you got a few assets here. First job is to destroy that crystal. Oh, that's a miss. There we go. Behind that crystal is a void panel. So, what you need to do now is, well, gotta wait a second. And when this is back around, throw a portal up through a void onto there. Then hop over and throw a void onto that one. When they're both in alignment, the beam will go through it and also to where it needs to be. But you gotta just wait for it to rotate round. But fortunately, it automatically lines itself up, basically. In 3, 2, 1. I was a bit off with the timing there. Also, it's not that head, turns out it's the other one. 3, 2, 1. There we go, beautiful.
The universe is sick, Horseman. The Charred Council refuses to admit it, but those of us who look, we see. We had to do something. An open attack on the Dark Kingdom would violate the treaty. What you're proposing is madness.
Azrael, evil darkens every corner of creation. And heaven waits. The Council ties our hands.
To question them is to question the Creator. Do you believe you know better?
Yes, old friend. I do. When the seals are broken, Hell will send its chosen to declare battle rights. Their leaders will be gathered in one place, and there we will sever the head of the beast. The Hellguard stands ready.
Breaking the seals will trigger the end war. The kingdom of man is not yet strong enough. Earth will be destroyed.
No, there will be no war, Azrael. We will crush the Dark Ones before it's even begun.
The pact is a sacred covenant. Even in victory, we will face the wrath of the Council.
They will arrive to find the seals intact. And it will be our word, Heaven's word, against that of the Prince of Lies. Now do you see?
The seals will be reforged. All will believe that Hell's legions invaded and were delivered to justice by our hand. For the glory of the light, will you do this?
No, Azrael. You old fool.
We broke all but one. Abaddon ordered the final seal not be harmed. He protected it himself.
Are you certain?
Without question. We dared not involve the Horsemen. We never dreamed we would have to, until it was too late.
Yet I am to pay the price for your betrayal.
Treason! War. You will root out all involved and make them pay. Starting with this one.
No.
Fool! You deny the will of the Council?
You heard the Angel's confession. My service to the Council is ended.
We made you. We own you. You're not done until you find the Destroyer and shut him down. Balance, remember? Get up. Azrael lives until he stops being useful. After that, you will do your duty.